I want somebody who is okay with me being a loser. That's the kind of person I would want to marry. That's right. I wanted to talk about that in this video just for the next few minutes. Come on, let's talk about this. I'm so excited. Am I excited? Do I look excited? Let's get a close-up. Do I look excited? Right. Let's go do this. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about when I talk about this. Like, what kind of girl do I want to marry? And there's so much I want to say. Like, I want to go on an adventure with my girl. So I want somebody who wants to go with me. But also I want somebody who's okay with me. With the worst of me. And that kind of goes with my fans, my friends, my family. Maybe not my family. What am I thinking? But seriously, like, I want them to be okay with the hypothetical worst of me. The worst in me. Whatever that might be in perception and actuality. And it's tough to talk about. But it's like, I've done so much in my life, online and offline. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know! God damn it! I think. Maybe not. I don't know. What am I thinking? But seriously, it's like, I would need to make a big, long list of things I want in a woman for a potential wife. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. But you're out of luck. But seriously, you're out of luck. No, but seriously, I'm serious. It's like, you're out of luck because I don't have that list of things that I want, even though I've talked about making it back in 2004, at least by then, if not before as well, but especially then. I graduated high school, went off to college that year in 2004, was hanging out with people at the Word of Life Bible Institute in New York. It had a nickname. They called it the Word of Life Bridal Institute. Bridal, not Bible, but bridal. You know? They don't call it Bible. It's Bible, but they call it bridal because people would go there and get married. They'd meet their love and get married. I felt pretty left out. So left out. Look at my face. Look at my face. So left out. Like, why? No one know what I do. Why? I'm mumbling on purpose in case you don't know. I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold. Welcome to the Joey Arnold Show. This one's gonna be a quickie. That's not the kind of love life I want. I don't want a quickie, even though I want a cookie and a quickie. A quickie! Right, this video is going to be a quickie! As quick as possible, in and out. Which is another thing I don't want in my love life, even though it's kind of fun to have that too. One night stand. As guys and girls alike, you want this kind of stuff. The kind of life that I've lived, especially on the internet, has been one of a man who's like, he's always around a lot of people, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, you know, kind of thing, you know, like, I was around a lot of people, and it got to my head sometimes, not all the time. God damn it. Not all the time, but sometimes I just like, it just kind of gets to your head and you kind of like get used to it, or you take advantage of it, or you don't realize like you got to take care of yourself and you got to be true to what makes you you in the first place? Like, how did you get people attracted to you, to be your friend, to want to hang out with you, and everything else? I'm speaking very generically, but like growing up, there were always like a lot of people that knew me, and it was crazy, and sometimes I would do crazy things just to filter people out, filter people away. It's similar to a story in the Bible where there was like this guy, this man named Gideon. Hello, Gideon. He had an army. It was really big. He did some things. He did some tests. And he was able to filter out the army. The army was big. In the end, the army was small because he was able to narrow them down by saying what they would do if they did the wrong thing. They're out. You're out. You're the weakest link. You're out. And then there were only like a few people left. It was a lot smaller. And he did that. And the idea was you want the best of the best in the armor. So Gideon's army had a really big, like it was really big. It was like so big. It was like, no, but it was like so big. But it was like, then he was like, no, I want to make it smaller and smaller and smaller. Kind of like American Idol, and you have a lot of people at American Idol, but then you start off, or you end off with like just a few people kind of thing. And I kind of did the same thing in my life. I'm not saying that I'm right about this, but just wanted to rant about that and like say that I would sometimes, I mean, it wasn't like the only reason why I would do what I would do, but I would do what I do. Like sometimes I kind of felt like I was like I needed to get away from people, even though I wanted to be like the house of the party. I wanted to be the life of the party. I mean, like I was also a butterfly, but I was also a hermit, and I have that paradox. I have that dichotomy. Like I'm like two people in one, and like I need a lot of time by myself, and then I get up and I go out and I hang out with people and I do crazy things, and then I kind of want to like test people out sometimes, and I do a lot of crazy stuff. Or sometimes it's not crazy, sometimes it is crazy, but it's like it's the terminal confession of Oatmeal Joey Arnold. Welcome to the Oatmeal Joey Arnold Show. 8:30 p.m. PST. That's the time right now. That's right, on this Saturday, the 20th day of August of 2022. 2022, baby. So in this very short video, this very short video, just gonna say how I feel about this matter of, do you want to marry? Do you want to have a wife? Do you want to be a husband and a father, have a family, and all that kind of stuff that some people do, a lot of people do, most people did for thousands of years all around the world. A very common thing that sometimes people say, you don't do it, you don't do that, that's stupid, that's so old-fashioned. But it's the thing that makes the world work. It makes the world work. And so there's always a question of, what do you want in a potential life mate, partner, another thing. And I would probably have to make a really long list of things that I want. Probably 2 lists. There's a list of things you cannot compromise with, and then another list that they're compromisable, their preferences, and you don't have to have it to make the list if you are interested in me. And in the list that cannot be compromised, I would put on that list a person who is built on top of a lot of philosophy and the ability to think about things and debate and go back and forth and stuff. Even though that's like, it's not the only attribute or characteristic that you may want in a life partner. It is something that is critical, because sometimes you will disagree with the other person, and you have to be able to compromise and stuff, because you're not always gonna be on the same page. And speaking of that, I would want to be with somebody who was on the same page as much as possible. That would be what I would want. I want somebody who's on the same page, but at the same time, we gotta be able to deal with things when you're not on the same page in life. You gotta be going the same direction. You gotta have the same life goals, dreams, missions, stuff like that. Think of all the synonyms. Just go to thesaurus.com, try to find all the synonyms, fill them in here, put them in here, insert them here right now, and send me Bitcoin. Just kidding. No, don't do that. Just do it. You better do that. Don't do it. You gotta do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it. Don't do it. Do it, says the Emperor in Star Wars. I want somebody who likes to laugh and talk and have adventures and do crazy stuff, but also has a deep side to them and is open to learning and looking at crazy stuff like fables, fables and stories and legends and myths and conspiracies too. I'll put that at the end of that big long list of synonyms. I love synonyms because I was an English teacher in Vietnam, so sometimes I would deal with that kind of stuff. Sometimes I would do that. I've always done that, even before my 5 years in Vietnam, doing that kind of stuff. I was doing that stuff before that too, because that's what I do. That's what I do. That is what I do, and I like it, and I want people who like that kind of stuff. And I would want somebody who would not want me to change, but at the same time, people change, and that's good and bad. It's 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 like good and bad. It's like at the same time. At the same time, it's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good and bad. Don't have time to talk about why it's good and bad and how that works, but it is. It is really terrible and great. And it's like, I probably should not want her to change, and she should probably not want me to change. The hard part is the more famous I become, the more rich I become, then the harder it is to know whether or not they're after my money or whatever, my influence or whatever that I got. Whatever that I got. That's right. Sometimes, I mean, it's like sometimes that happens. Like, it happens like a lot of times, more times than you know. And it takes a lot of wisdom to know the difference, to know what to do, to know whether or not you ran into a gold digger. That's right, Austin Powers. A gold member is targeting you and gonna get you. Gonna get all your Bitcoin and money and everything, and it's gonna be tough noodle, wet noodle. It's gonna be really, 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 really crazy, baby. It's gonna be so hard. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's just gonna be hard. But it's like, just wanted you to know how I feel about all of this. And in my life, I've lived a long life, doing a lot of things, and I run into people, and I think about this kind of stuff sometimes. And I've written some stuff down. I've made some videos. I've talked to people about this stuff. It's very close to my heart. It is a thing very close to my heart. All that kind of stuff. Having friends and lovers and family and kids and all that kind of stuff. Raising the next generation is very important. It is very important to me. Why would it not be? To you too. To me, to you, to each other. Raising the next generation but it's hard because for me, I feel like I would be hunted down and sued, taken to court, murdered, taken to prison, attacked, all this kind of stuff for a lot of things, for a lot of reasons, because of what I did, for what I've done, for what I do, what I'm doing, you know, like, he's like, oh no, we don't like you, we're gonna get you, and I'm not gonna stop, but it's like, if I had a wife and kids, that would be my weakness, and then they would be able to maybe, potentially, hypothetically, like, blackmail me. I'd be like, you do this or else we're gonna get your wife and kids. Ha ha ha. That is a very devastating thought, that you would be limited based on that. Right now I feel like I'm sort of like not limited and not blackmailable at the moment. I mean, in a way everybody is, and if you're tortured long enough, you just don't know what might happen in a situation like that, kind of thing, and they can probably try to get the best of them, but some people can stand up to a lot and decide they're gonna die on that hill. And so this is the way that I'm thinking, this is how I feel regarding all of that. I just made a video about that a second ago, about how people may try to take me down, and I may be murdered, taken to prison or whatnot, a wide variety of things at the same time, all this kind of stuff that I said, I just said, all this stuff, you know, I just made a video about that, about how it can happen if it is not already happening, or like it already happened in a way. I was already in prison before. I've been in jail, real jail, not just Facebook jail, not just Facebook jail. Not only that, not just that, which I've been there in prison online. I'm talking about real prison too. I was there. That's right, in real jail, real prison years ago. And I'm not here to talk about that right now, about what happened in 2012. I'm not here to talk about my life exactly, because that would take forever to talk about. But it's important for you to know, if you want to understand what kind of person I am and what I'm trying to say, what I believe, and all of that stuff in regards to the kind of wife that I want. Okay? Alright? So it's like, this is what I'm trying to talk about. I just wanted to say really quickly in this very small video that I really want something, even though I'm not actively trying to get something right now, because I feel like I'm just too overwhelmed with projects, and I really want to try to get done with some of them before I go off to get a wife, or everything else too at the same time. It's not binary, very nuanced, you know, the stuff like everything that you really got to do in life. It's not binary, even though you feel like it is. It's not like you have to like do one thing and then you can do the next thing. In life, it's generally a big mud puddle of stuff happening at the same time, but in the perspective of the moment in your life and everything, it feels like it's not a mud puddle, but your life is a mud puddle. That's right. Your life is a mud puddle. Your life is a big fat mud puddle. That's right. Your life is a big fat mud puddle. Yeah. Your life is a big fat mud puddle, even though you want to deny it. Yeah! And you feel like you want to be binary. And a lot of people are. The perception is there, and the reality is created from the perception, even though the perception is virtuality of the reality. And there's a lot of that going on. It's very meta. It's really Facebook meta. Really mind-boggling. Bobbling. It's bobbling all over the place. It's terrifying the soul of the random attacker. Ha ha ha! So, I'm sorry to rant forever, but it's your problem for watching it. It's your problem for watching my video. Ha ha ha! Seriously. Ha ha ha! No, seriously. Ha ha ha! No, seriously. Stop laughing. No, seriously. Stop laughing. Right, so, like I said, I have a big, long list of things that I want in a potential wife. In case you're interested, you're gonna have to ask me. But at the same time, you have to really be like okay with the worst of me, but at the same time not okay with the stuff that I would not be okay with. You know what I'm saying? That's not a joke, but seriously, like, you gotta be okay with the stuff that I'm okay with, and not okay with the stuff that I'm not okay with. Is that too hard to follow? If I don't like it, maybe you should not like it. If I like it, maybe you should like it. That sounds pretty bad. The way I'm saying it, what I'm saying sounds terrible. Send your hate mail here right now to me. Click on the contact button to find out how you can contact me and send me hate mail for how terrible that sounds, because it's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Let me take a break and try to finish this video in 1 second, alright? And we're back! So, to finish off this very, very small video that should be like 10 hours long, I'm just gonna say that I got a big long list of to-do going on. I gotta like make a big long list of things I want in a woman, and I'll put my ideals up there. Like I'll make it very, very tough to do. Like, oh, you gotta have a trillion Googleplex dollars and Bitcoin. You gotta be a queen and a Barbie. I'll set my standards too high, and then I'll just be single like a monk and a player. I'm not a player. What am I saying? I'm not a player. Seriously, it's like I believe in what I believe, and it's devastating for the soul. And if you disagree with some of the fundamental pillars of me, then it's probably not going to work. Don't have a list of what those things might be. I really need a top 10 things. Top 10 list of things that I would not want to compromise, that I would not want to say no to. So if a girl came up like, you gotta smoke all the time, I'd be like, no. Now, that might not be on my list, because I would have some other stuff on my top 10 list. Maybe that would be put on my top 100. Yeah, probably top 100, but not top 10. Top 10, it would have to be more like philosophical and very deep. Not surface level, like, don't smoke, don't drink, don't say bad words. I say bad words, but, you know, it's like, what kind of list do you want to make? What kind of list? What kind of list? Like, surface level or deep? I want to go deep with Alice in Wonderland? I do. And if you don't, it's probably not gonna work. It's probably not gonna work. You know? It's probably not gonna work. That's right. So anyways, this video is a nothing video. It's a nothing burger. Thank you for watching my nothing burger. It's a nothing burger in your heart. It's a nothing burger in your mouth. I wanna stick it 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 in your mouth. Oh, what a dirty, dirty song. I wanna stick it in your mouth, oh baby. I wanna stick it in your mouth. And I'll stick some COVID in my body if you give me $500 Bitcoin. Please don't delete this video, YouTube Susan. Don't you ever be my baby. I just wanna stick it in my mouth, and then we can stick it in your mouth as well. We can go back and forth between each other. That's kind of how the cookie crumbles. Oh, if you want some of this, you know how to find it. If you're ready to smash it up, come find me. Oh, you gotta see the worst in me before you agree to buy it. Otherwise, it's probably not gonna work. Otherwise, it probably just not gonna work. Otherwise, it just not gonna work. No, otherwise, you're just gonna wash your dishes alone in your house with nobody there. It's gonna be a very lonely time if you're all alone with nobody to pet your little buddy. And I'm willing to go the extra mile to be with you, baby. Unless if it means compromising on my top 10. In that case, I'm not gonna do it. Even if you're a 10, I'm not gonna give up on my top 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on my top 10. I'm gonna make it and keep it and be lonely forever and ever. And even if you're a 10, I'm gonna say, see you later. That's how I feel about it, alligator. Yeah, I'm a player hater, a womanizer. That's right. I'm ruffling up my feathers. I'm ready for something kind of big. And if you don't like it, you better go get out. 'Cause now is the time. Now is the time to come alive, to come alive, to turn me on, to turn me on. And you want to turn me on. You want to turn me on. You want to hold my hot dog on a Saturday night when we're all together. No matter the weather, we'll be here together. No matter the weather, we'll be here together forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.